notice.
There's a war going on, the books can't escape from the cold of morning steam. It's time to break, run for cover. That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott, sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the mother. You know how we do it.
There we go. All right, and a pleasant good morning to you coming from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam Show here for Thursday. We're going to be with you nice, quick, and easy, I guess is the way to say it here as we get ready for our baseball action here on Thursday, August 14th. We've got just a handful of games today, and that's about it. And maybe we'll talk some other sports as well, including the golf action underway at the FedEx Cup BMW Championships just getting started here this morning. Got my picks in for the tournament. How about you? As we get ready for a great sports weekend, we get started with some golf, some important golf here. FedEx Championships down to 50 players here this week. So who do you have? And my picks are in over at winnable.com under the free VIP picks, but went with 5 golfers this week. Two golfers just missed the cut. I thought I was going to go with 5 here because we had the 50-man field, so I just left off a couple of guys in there that I wanted to put on there, but I just went with 5 golfers this week. So, man, I left JJ Spawn and Ben Griffin off the table there a little bit when I have 5 golfers. So I'll say hello, people in the chat, and get started with the show here. We'll be here for very long, man. I'm going to recap and go over the 7 or 8. How many games did we have? 8 games, 7 games today. Whoa, 1 in the CFL. That's what it is. We got some nice tennis action from Cincinnati as well. I know there's some soccer out there today as well. Europa League going on and Europa Conference League. So a little bit of sports action anyway. Who's there? Who's in the chat? Let me see what's going on here. Try to do a sports betting show without many sports today. Cash Kane ready to go. Bobby Mack is here. Let's see how he does in the golf tournament this week. He's still in the top 50. And also Stop Geo is here as well. And Jimmy's here. There it is. Just a few of us here today. A couple dozen of you already here in the chat. So let's do a recap. That way we'll give a few more minutes for some folks to come in. Can't have anybody miss the show after all here today. All right. And on the card here for Wednesday, let's see what you guys had here yesterday. I started off with some hot winners, but man, did I end up cold and overnight remained cold. Wow, what happened? Things were looking good. It's not like my Padres sitting in first place over the Dodgers right now, and they play 6 times in the next 10 games. So maybe the Padres will have a bigger lead than 1 game after we get done with the next 10 days or so. With, man, just great Padres crushing yesterday. But let me cover all these games here, as we did have a winner here on the show yesterday with Milwaukee. We took the hot Brewers, man. Why not? Against Pittsburgh in the win yesterday for Milwaukee, picking up another one. Man, the 12 wins in a row, 15 of 16. Contreras and Yelich combined for 7 RBIs in that one. I also had a high roller premium pick in that game over at Tony's Picks with the over yesterday as uh, Milwaukee crunched Pittsburgh for another win. Wow. Brewers on fire. Nobody's denying them here, 12-5. We also had premium pick winner over at Tony's with the Detroit Tigers in their win over the White Sox yesterday, 1-0. 1-0 there. There's one that we missed on another 1-0 where we didn't have an under in that one. Okay, I think that makes 3 this year where we went over on these 1-0 games, but usually we're right on with those. Man, how about the number of shutouts this season? It's not necessarily the scoring is way down. It's just that there are more shutouts. There's still some big run production out there. Anyway, we had Detroit yesterday. We also had a premium pick winner with our win club here with Washington and Kansas City game to go over in the 8-7 win. Dalen Live, he had a RBI single in the 9th inning for the Washington Nationals in that one in the 8-7 win. We had the Padres yesterday as our pick here on the show with Pavetta in the 11-1 win as they did take Tang and the Giants to the moon in that one. And now the Padres are a game in front of first place. What a turnaround here. The Dodgers, with the loss yesterday, falling to 1 game back for the Padres, Cronenworth, 2-run single. Tatis finally got a 2-run single. Ramon Laureano, 2-run home run. Ever since the Padres made those trades at the deadline, they've come on strong. It shored up the bottom of the lineup. It's really taken them to where they're at right now. Pavetta improved to 12-4. The Giants continue their collapse. They're just 2-14 at home in the last 3 weeks right now. They've lost 5 straight, outscored 32-5 right now in that 5-game stretch. So we had the winner here on the show yesterday, Philadelphia and Cincinnati game to go under with Sanchez and Green, and hats off to Hunter Green. Yeah, we might have missed that one for sure, but we did have the under yesterday. I know it was a pretty popular handicapper pick there. With all due respect, a lot of people were on Green too, and he definitely came through. He did not look like he did in those rehab starts, and I was on the wrong end of that one, but I did have the under in that one. Also, we had Baltimore as our pick yesterday over Seattle. We took them on the run line for a little security with Rodgers, but they got the win 4-3. We also had a premium pick winner over at Tony's on the under in that one. We're pretty much on a roll over there right now in baseball. Had that under as a premium there. Also on the show yesterday, Miami and Cleveland game to go over. We did have that one here yesterday in the 13-4 win for Miami, crushing there yesterday. How about my man Jacob Marcy, 7 RBIs. This rookie looks good, and the Guardians have still won 10 of 13 despite the loss there. And then I lost every game pretty much the rest of the night until the West Coast games. Of course, we had the Angels yesterday on the run line against the Dodgers, but they won it outright in the 6-5 win over the Dodgers. And I had a premium pick winner over at Tony's. Don't let them fool you. I had the over in that one. The score was 6-5. Let the record stand that we did have the over there as our premium pick, no matter what they try to tell us. Because the Angels, incredible right now to take that another game over the Dodgers here in that one. You had Ohtani led off the game with a triple. Things were looking up there, but despite Will Smith's 2-run home run, Mookie Betts, he was a late scratch, ended up in the starting lineup, had a big RBI single in there, but Trevor Ward a home run, Neto 2-run home run. There was a triple play in the game there. Or no, that was yesterday. Or 2 days ago. What am I thinking about it? Anyway, the Dodgers had to go to the bullpen, of course, in the fifth inning because Ohtani tried to go five, his longest outing, but 4 2/3, 4 runs, 6 hits. Yes, 7 Ks as he tried to go longer, but that's where the Dodgers had to go to the pen, and that's bad news. So, a little bit of bump here in the road for the Dodgers. Freddie Freeman says we were too early watching the scoreboard this season a little bit, and 21 pitchers on the disabled list won't help. Also, premium pick winner over at Tony's with Tampa Bay as the Rays beat up on the A's 8-2 behind Rasmussen yesterday. All right, and say hello to a few more folks, and then we'll touch on some WNBA, and then we get started, and the show will be over before you know it. And that's just the way it's going to be today. With the oh man, I left Jimmy's comment up there forever. Okay, let's see. Nate Cerna, nice to see you today. And Sports Money's here to hang out for just a little bit. Make sure we showed up. I think making sure we're showing up today because of our light card. All right, Cash Kane said he took the Mystics. Let's take a look at the WNBA here real quick. Hello also to Jimbo JPC today. Twisted is here as well. Terrell, good morning. Laker Boy stopping in today. Also, NYC Bar as well. Blue is here. Good morning to Blue. Cash Kane's already on the O's here, maybe in the early one, I think is what he's saying. Let's see. Laker Boy not happy with the Phillies. I skipped a lot of games in there yesterday on the recap because, man, I had some losers for sure. We did not – I'll say the super high rollers, they won big, but the rest of them maybe not so much. I'll hopefully get it together. Just Sean G, hello, nice to see you. And Trevor Davis, hello, WNBA yesterday. We did have a few winners yesterday anyway. I had Connecticut here on the show yesterday in the game against the Chicago Sky and the rivalry that is as old as the universe itself. The sun versus the sky, but the sun won. The sun over the sky yesterday, 71-62. There with the Sun winning. We had him on the show here yesterday. We also had him on the WNBA show. I doubled down when that line went up from 1.5 to 3. I said we're still going with Connecticut in that game. So yeah, we had the winner there yesterday, Connecticut Sun. Also, we had a Win Club winner with Golden State. We had the Valkyries yesterday in the 88-83 win over Washington as Golden State improved to 17-15. They're getting close to making it pretty solid here in their run for the playoffs. One of those bottom teams isn't going to get in. It looks like it's probably Washington is going to be on the outside looking in when it's all said and done here, it looks like. And then it'll probably be between the Storm and the Sparks now coming down to that last playoff spot. I'm not giving it to Golden State yet. I mean, come on, there are, after all, still here 10 games left, I believe, this season, 10, 11, 12, somewhere around there for the teams. And that's what it'll come down to, it looks like. Either Seattle or Los Angeles. Any team could go on a winning streak or losing streak outside of those two. But the way this league is going, it just feels like that's how it's going to shake down. Also, hopefully you joined me on the happy hour yesterday over the Tony's Picks YouTube channel, where I recommended taking the Las Vegas Aces minus the points against the New York Liberty. Yeah, we had our home team Aces here in the 83-77 win over the Liberty yesterday. And also, we did have a winner here on the show yesterday with Atlanta yesterday over Seattle there. And we had the Dream. Yeah, that's what we had. We had the Dream here on the show yesterday in the 85-75 win. Let's look at the W today. And hey, let's take a look and see who's representing in the chat here this morning as well, and go through a few more comments here and just getting ready to go with the show. Laker Boy talking about the M's there, I think. And where they stand, let's see here. Cash Kane, we talked about the Orioles in that game yesterday. Laker boy, he can't even watch this stuff. Cash Kane says he likes the Mystics tomorrow. And I haven't heard. Are we getting close to a return? I don't even think I've heard. All right, let's see who is representing in the chat All-Stars. It's blue on top right now. Andrew K. In there, Laker Boy in there, Bobby Mack, NYC Bar, Deshaun G, Terrell, Trevor Davis, Stop Geo, and Nate Cerna leading the chat All-Stars today. All right, they teed off there in the golf. Like I said, hey, you can still go over and get my picks and probably still get down on some of this golf action today when you visit me over at winnable.com/Ramon. There's still plenty of time to get in some of the golf, including some matchups or some groups. They're really just teeing off. So if you want to go over and pick up my free subscription over there at Winnable, you can get my 5 golfers for this week's tournament at the BMW Championship, teeing off right now. So a few golfers have teed off, but the futures board to win the tournament is still going to be live. And any of the other bets that you might see over there with that group. I picked 5 golfers this week over at winnable.com.
It's your boy, Mikey Money. I'm inviting you to join the Sports Money crew on Winnable. Get all of our premium best bet selections.
For a low monthly cost, you get the very best bets delivered instantly to your phone by text the moment they're locked in. No delays, no missed lines, just the smartest plays at the best odds.
We do the work, you get the plays sent straight to your phone right when you need them.
Don't wait, don't guess, don't miss the line. Join the winning team today and start cashing tickets with Winnable.
All right, thank you, Mike. You appreciate that. We got to get rolling here on the show and try to make some money with these markets. A big turnaround here in just 24 hours from yesterday, huh? So we're kind of crashing down here today a little bit. All right, bring it back and get started with our show here today. Really appreciate everyone coming in. Like I said, I'm just kind of stretching it out here a little bit and get ready to the show. Justin McKelvey's here. Great to see you, Justin. And I think that's ready to go. All right. First game up. We got day game action too. So that's another thing there with the card today, huh? We got a few day games. That'll really whittle it down here by the end of the evening. Maybe I'll even find some binge watching. I don't know. We'll find something to watch here. Little League World Series. I was on there on the Tony's Picks happy hour yesterday, picking Little League games. We lost that one too. But watch out for out for Nevada. Nevada looks pretty good at the Little League World Series right now. Is a real team to be reckoned with. It feels like out there. I mean, hey, you got me handicapping some Little League out here right now. But I also want you to watch for a few other teams as well out there after seeing the results yesterday at the Little League World Series. So maybe we'll be touting a few more here just to keep you up to date. Because I like watching the Little League World Series. And I don't know, I thought out of yesterday's games out at Williamsport, of course, saw Nevada get their win yesterday and really take care of business. Felt like a pretty easy win there for Nevada. In the end, they pretty much smashed them. So I think you got to watch out for Nevada out there, but also the team from the Northwest region, the team from Washington. They got some mashers as well. So I think that's also one other team to look for. All right. There you go. That's really getting desperate. All right, here we go. Mariners with Evans, Orioles with Sugano, here gets us started on our action-packed card here on Thursday. Let's get into it. Maybe I should get ready to go here with these two. You got for the Mariners here and Evans on the road, $1.35 right now, and maybe even lower here, maybe $1.30 as we get started here today. Total
Final.
Total is at 10 here. Wow, 10 at some parts. Man, is it really going to be a tenner today with Evans and Sugano going? I'm going to put it at 10 under 15, but man, we are definitely seeing some 10s out here in a non-Colorado, non-Sacramento, non-Arizona. All of a sudden, Baltimore is the place to
Final.
take your runs here for Evans. He's got a 4.36 ERA, 1.386 whip, 266 batting average against, a 291 BABIP coming into this one. Sugano, 22 starts. Sugano, 7-13 to the under in his starts, although Evans, 10-4 to the over. The Orioles are 14-8 with Sugano on the mound. Despite this crummy season, he gives them a chance. 4.24 ERA, 266 batting average, 279 batting average against. Let's see what you got here. In this one, as we get the show started today with Seattle and Baltimore. I'm going to go to the chat and start to get the plays here. Here we go. Hey, Brian Palmer. Nice to see Brian in the chat. Thank you for joining me here over at the Sports Money Network today. Justin says he's got Naylor over 1.5 bases. Maybe under here for blue, under that 10 there. Baltimore money line for 9 legacy. Cash Kane's got under the first 5 in this one. Cash Kane says, let's see. Let me see. Mariners here for NYC Bar. All right, for Seattle here, they come in red hot, obviously, right now with this great streak that they're on. They've won 8 of their last 9 games overall, although Seattle has dropped 4 of their last 5 to Baltimore. Baltimore is just 4-8 in their last 12 games currently. For Seattle, they've gone under in 5 straight games on the road. Baltimore's gone under in 6 of 7, and we're dealing with this a little bit of a high number here for sure. We saw yesterday with the Orioles getting that walk-off win. That was their first walk-off win of the season. And, of course, snapped the Mariners' 8-game winning streak. So they were able to get that win yesterday. Boy, this total does feel like it might not be a fluke or maybe maybe it is the right move here this morning. Let's see here. Zoe's on the Mariners. Cash Game says if the Mariners get that offense going, but man, they had 3 runs yesterday. Fernando says first 5 under. Was it Casher yesterday, or is that for today? Seattle for Robert. And Brian says could be some possible rain here today. Watch out. It's not going to bother them, I guess, huh? It's going to be hot. All right. NYC Bar still can get over. You whining about the Phillies there and the great defense of the Phillies were playing there, I guess, yesterday, huh? All right, I guess I better make my call on this one and probably just move to the total here after what we've seen with this number here at this point. I'm going to go over still, even at 10 runs. I don't think I can get there on a premium now at 10. So put 10.5 in the chat. Maybe it will go to 10.5. I know we're dealing with 10 under 15 here. I'm going to go to the over in this one. Trevor's on the Orioles money line. And Seattle first to score here for Nate. Cerna. Okay, next up. Man, we only got 7 games. All right, Cubs with Michael Boyd taking on Max Scherzer and the Blue Jays here in this one. Hey, make sure you're checking me out every day on the Cover the Spread show on YouTube. I went over 3 games with Al Ninos and Rod Zawacki, so check it out here on YouTube. Cover the Spread every day. We go over 3 baseball games, and this might have been one of them. Let's go to it. Chicago here on the road, and hey, Matthew Boyd, what can you say about Boyd? 2.45 ERA, 11-5 record, 1.04 WHIP, 230 batting average against, and a 280 BABIP in 23 starts up against Max Scherzer. Scherzer with 9 starts. He's got a 4.21 ERA, 1.1 WHIP, 234 batting average against, and a 265 BABIP. Here. So still dealing with a big series here with Chicago and Toronto. Like we said, following I guess I didn't, kind of review every game there from yesterday. I know we touched on this one a little bit, but we probably could touch on a few more here. Still, Toronto handled them yesterday 5-1. So Toronto comes in still having won 14 of their last 18 games at home right now. Chicago's won 6 of their last 9 against Toronto overall. Toronto's gone over in 11 of their last 16 games coming in, but Chicago's gone under in 7 of their last 8. Also, 4 of their last 5 games on the road have gone under as well. Well, let's see what you have here in this one with the Cubs and Toronto here. Toronto took care of business, but man, Boyd has been so consistent, so strong, really. Very solid. All right, here we go. We're going to the chat. Started off with Blue is on the Cubs. Justin says Cubs here. All righty, you guys. And, yeah, like I said, the Phillies were throwing the ball around there. Blue Jays for Zoe, though. He comes back on the Blue Jays. Here's NYC Bar on the over here in this one. Justin, he likes to cover the spread show. We might be covering the spread with Justin here. How can you trust Max, says Laker Boy. I know, right? But, well, I guess maybe you could trust him if the Blue Jays can get some runs against Boyd. We know the Blue Jays are mashing, but Boyd makes it a little bit of a difference. Laker Boy says, no, Ramon, the Cubs won yesterday. What are you talking about? The Cubs won that game yesterday. They did? Okay, maybe I'm wrong on that. I thought Toronto won 5-1. Did I get it wrong? Did I say it wrong, you guys? Blue Jays lost to the Cubs with, Bush and Shaw. You got it. You're right. Man, I'm a little out of it today, huh? Let me take a look at maybe I need to update my ratings here because of that. No, okay, that was just a slip up there. Okay, let's see here. Robert's on the Cubs here. Cash gain on the over. Nate's got a Nerfy here. 9 legacies on the Cubs on the money line. Did I get it right yesterday? Did I say it right on the intro because we just lost. Oh, that's what it was. I had the over on the happy hour. I had Toronto on the morning steam show. Yeah, that was a bad pick by me for sure. Cubs won yesterday. Yep, got it. The NYC Bar says Cubs is a consensus today. Oh, no. Oh, no. All right. Yeah, Nate, I think the line services may have gotten like a mistake out there, and I was just reading without even concentrating. Off of I got a little script I read on the intro. You think I'm just making it up, but okay. Stop Chio here. He's on the Cubs there, and look at this. Joe Zoe says I gotta maybe leave Blue Jay Island here right now. I want to take the Jays too. I just hope I haven't been wrong. I hope I'm not wrong because of the slip up in my mind. Yeah, Cubs won it yesterday. Oh, that's what it was. I was reading the other game. That's what it was. I was reading the wrong score there. Okay, and there's Lovable Plays. Hello to Lovable. And there's Jimmy wanting the under in this one. I'm taking Toronto, you guys. You guys are on consensus Cubs, and I'm taking Max. I'm taking Max today. Did I read off all wrong scores yesterday? No, 12-5. We said with Milwaukee, right? Detroit 1-0. Yeah, I got most of the scores right. Maybe just that game was wrong. I had it wrong for some reason. Okay. Scherzer over prop here for Fernando. Okay. All right, let's keep it going here right now. Next up will be the Marlins taking on the Guardians, and Cabrera's going here against Tanner Bybee. I might be having a little Tanner Bybee regret after talking the Guardians up. Man, I know Cabrera can come out here and have a pretty strong game, but well, let's see what happens with these two today. For Cabrera, he comes in here with a 3.08 ERA, 1.1 WHIP, 218 batting average against, 6-5 record. Cabrera's done a very nice job. Bybee, 23 starts, 4.6 ERA, 1.27 WHIP, 254 batting average against, 291 BABIP. I would imagine that maybe these starters will come out okay, but there could be some. I think there might be more of the runs slated towards the end of the game. I think Bybee can have a decent start despite these numbers, and I really think Cabrera can have a pretty solid start here. We know Cleveland has a very solid bullpen, but let's see how you have this one, though. We got Miami coming in here having lost 5 of their last 7 on the road. Cleveland's won 5 of their last 7 at home. Miami also has dropped 4 of their last 5, while Cleveland's won 10 of their last 13 games coming in. So it's just kind of was thinking maybe the momentum here of Cleveland. They're still, the more solid team between these two. Not by as much as you might think, though, right? I mean, Miami now 4 games under 500. Cleveland is 5 games over 500 here. So go ahead and make your play in the chat, I guess. I still kind of want to still go over with this number, despite me talking up these pitchers a little bit. It's 7.5 to the under right now, and I'm gonna go over. I just have a feeling this one's gonna be, 5-3 in there somewhere. Cabrera should be strong, but I think Miami's bullpen might be in trouble in this game. I think that's what it's going to come down to. Cleveland's bullpen is much more solid, obviously, than Miami. And I'm rating these starters kind of even, and then I think I'm just drawing the line right there. Miami's bullpen hasn't been woeful, but compared to Cleveland, Cleveland's got the advantage. Let's see what you got in the chat here in this one. That might be a little too specific, but that's how I feel about this game. Okay, here we go. And Justin's all over it, too. I know this is a very popular play with sharp handicappers today. It's this Cabrera over strikeouts for sure. Nate said he was on the over in that Toronto Cubs game. Blue says taking the Guardians are over. And Cash Kane, Marlins money line, and Cabrera and the K's over. Man, I tell you, I have so many sharp cappers talking this Cabrera. They're even ramping him up, I think, here a little bit with Cabrera today against this lineup. That does bother me a little bit, but still going with the over. Okay, here's Nate on the Nerfy. Jimmy's on Cleveland here. Blue says, I'll take the Nerfy as well. NYC Bars on the Marlins. Bobby Mack says, give him the Guardians here. And so that's what I was saying. So I really had this, it's not a huge difference, but, when you're a market capper like I am, and I was expecting an 8 or so here in this game, and it may be because of Cabrera. I got to tell you, Marlins money line, full game over 4-9 Legacy. Lovable says she'll go with the over with me, and here's Bobby Mack also going to try the over with me here. And I didn't give you many stats to go over with, but that's the way you know what, it could be 4-4 in this game eventually. All right, Fernando says maybe we are getting a price on the Guardians. Let me see what the current line is here. Yeah, maybe it's down to $1.20 or so. Better price. Yep. And here, let's see, Cash Cane Marlins reverse run line because of Cabrera. You're right, right? How much strikeout does Cabrera average per game? Oh, I think we can get that. Let me see if I can get that real quick. I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but maybe I can get the numbers here. He's coming off the Atlanta game, and I think that's what a lot of people are seeing, how he's been ramping it up. So 11 versus Atlanta last time out, 7 before that, 4 before that, 6, 6, 5, 6, 6, 5, 5. So it's always basically 5 or 6 that he dipped down to 4. I mean, you got to figure it's a 5.5 average, of course, but I think that it just indicates coming off that 11 strikeout performance against the pre-swinging Braves. Don't get me wrong, but that was 11 strikeouts last time, and I think people think they're ramping up here on Cabrera today. Blue set at 5 there. All right, I'm going to take the over here in this one. All right, next up, I'm just taking my time on these games so I don't lose you guys. Here's the Phillies taking on the Nationals with Jesus Luzardo, the left-hander. He's going up against Brad Lord here, or Lord in this one. What do you call him? For Luzardo here, he's 11-5 with he's got that 4.20 ERA, 1.34 WHIP, 260 batting average against, but a 3.44 BABIP. For Lord here, 3-6 record with a 3.28 ERA, 1.2 WHIP, 239 batting average against, and a 286 BABIP. Coming into this one, Phillies on the road here, down to $1. We'll call it $2. Let's call it $2. Maybe lop off 10 cents off of there. I don't know if it's a huge discount here at this point. The total 8.5 over 20. We're also seeing some 9 unders here at this point with the Phillies on the road with Luzardo. We're into the night games here now. So is the Miami game. There's only 2 of the afternoon games here, but let's get into this one with Philly and Washington. Take a look at some of the numbers here with Philadelphia. Yeah, they've still won 7 of their last 10 games. Washington has still lost 6 of their last 7 at home. Washington's lost 10 of their last 14 games overall. The Phillies have won 5 of the last 7 meetings. Between these two teams, Philly's gone under in 5 straight. They've also gone under in 5 of their last 6 games on the road, but 5 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams in Washington have gone over, and 8 of the last 10 overall have gone over between these two teams. Let's see what you have here with Luzardo up against Lord. And we'll go to the chat and see here. Going to start it off with Phillies on the run line for NYC Bar. Blues on the Phillies. Team total over. Cash Cane. Nationals run line. Bobby Max on the Nationals on the run line here. And Cash Cane says Lord brought it home last time, so why not again? I don't know. I'm worried. I might be on the Phillies here. All right. I know all my buddies here are on the Nats. So is Lovable Plays. I want to go with Philly today, you guys. Ugh, you guys might got me here. Maybe I'm on tilt. All right. And Jimmy's on the Nats. Everyone's on the Nats today. I'm scared. I'm taking the Phillies on the run line here to smash the Nats today. I can't do it, you guys. In the matchup, I know maybe Luzardo's not our man right now or this season, and I'm not going to fret after yesterday. I know everybody's going to be on tilt after the way the Phillies kind of performed in that game, but I got to try them again, man. All right. 9 legacies with me. Phillies on the -2.5 line. Okay. Right. 8-0. Look, I'm not one of those, or maybe I am. You just lost 8-0. You better get it together.
Steam playing.
I was just going to say, let me fix the Steam machine over here. Something might go off. It's in the next game, so let's just get to it. The Steam is coming in right now on the over in this next game between Atlanta and the New York Mets. Here we go. It was Mets $1.95. Maybe they're down a little bit to $1.90 or so, but this total is going up rapidly here. Call it 9 under 15. We're seeing some steam coming in right now on the over in this game. It doesn't seem like a terrible idea either here, but see what you got in this one with Bryce Elder and Kodai Senga. Maybe that's it right there. For Elder, he's got a 6.12 ERA, 1.56 whip, 4.9 record in 19 starts, 3.21 BABIP, and a 290 batting average against for Kodai Senga here. 7-4 record and a 2.3 ERA, 1.25 whip. The Mets are 13-5 with Senga on the mound. These two pitchers are a combined 9-23 to the under this season. I don't know, though. You got Bryce Elder in there. Let me see what you guys think today. Look, this should be where the rubber meets the road as far as the Braves season is concerned, going up here against the Mets. But that didn't matter yesterday. The Braves smashed them. And I think that's one did we skip that one? Because I got worked in that game. I was on the Mets again yesterday on the run line, and I'm probably going to take them again today. I'm pretty square here. Maybe these last couple of days, it might have cost me there yesterday, but man, my numbers aren't gelling. My numbers aren't gelling and jiving here at this point, but man, this total is moving higher. All right, let's see what you guys have in this one. Want to also report that I missed one while we were talking back there, but the Cubs in Toronto did take some steam to the under in that game. It was 8.5, but right now that game with Boyd and Max is an 8 flat everywhere. Steam came in on the under for sure in that game between Cubs and Toronto. All right, gang. Let's get ready to go in the chat. See what you have here. I don't think I can be taking off the Mets again, despite this terrible streak that they're on right now. They've dropped 5 of their last 6 at home. They've dropped 8 of their last 9 overall. Atlanta's won 4 of their last 5 all of a sudden. They've also beaten the Mets in 10 of the last 14 games, and I can't not want to take the Mets here against Elder. Maybe Bryce Elder comes in and beats me here, but I can't do it. Atlanta's gone over in 10 of their last 14 games on the road. 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two teams have gone over, despite all those unders between these two pitchers. Mets have gone over in 4 of their last 5, and the Braves have gone over in 6 of their last 9 games. All right, let's hear it from you right now. I'm going to go to the chat, but I don't think you can take me off these New York Mets right here. Here we go. All right. Laker boy, he says, don't these lines see? Yeah, you know what? I didn't really prepare a tennis segment. Maybe I should have today because of all the – and again, like I said, I've taken most of Cincinnati off. I haven't sent a play out all with the Win Club at all this week in Cincinnati. I did have a winner yesterday for sure. I had the winner in that first match yesterday with Holger Rune over Francis Tiafoe. Tiafoe had to retire, but it did go – it was 6-4 in the first set and 3-1. You should have had a winner. Anybody was on Tony's that was my premium over at Tony's. didn't get credit for a win, but anyone who was on that surely won. It went one full set, and then Tiafoe had to retire. So hopefully it worked out for you there. Okay. Uh, Anyways, let's see what you guys have here in this one. I'm already decided. I'm on the Mets again. I'm laying some run lines that backfired with me yesterday. All right, level plays, Mets run line, Cash Kane, Mets run line, NYC Bar, Mets run line, Laker Boy, Mets garbage. Yeah, that too. This is a Mets spot. Laying 195 with the Mets is ridiculous. You'd think it is a little bit, but they're still, what can you say? They're still involved in this playoff chase here at this point. They're in, actually, here right now in the wild card, one game ahead of the Reds. Blues on the Mets. Terrell says take the Mets to score 4+ runs. And Laker Boy, how can you trust him outright? It was 6-0 after 2 innings, Laker Boy, and they gave up that 9-run inning. What a joke these Mets are. Jimmy's on the Mets. NYC Bar the Mets. Terrell says, what was the line when it was 6-0 yesterday? Cash Kane says Pete hit another home run today. Bobby Mack likes the under here. Cash Kane's got Lindor for a home run. Laker Boy says the Mets like to give up those runs. All right, I'm on the Mets. I'll just take my punishment here. A lot of run lines today because, we look at this. We've got these $2 games here at the end of the card here. Like this one. Next up, the Tigers are on the road with Scooble going here, and he's $2 on the road against Bailey Ober. Now he might be down to $1.90 or so, maybe $1.95. We can knock off a few cents here if you think the Tigers are a little bit of a discount. 7.5 under this one. Let's see what you got here. Look, Scooble can dominate this lineup, I would think, for sure today. I mean, the Twins do not do well against left-handers. You always look at that, look at how teams do against left-handers. It's not so much sometimes, look, you have a bad team and they're bad against left-handers. Of course, they're a bad team. You try to look for a team that maybe has a greater disparity between their record against left-handers or right-handers, but we know the specifics of left-handed pitching. And Minnesota's 7-15 against left-handers, and here they're going up against the best left-hander, or at least, maybe the best left-hander. So I would think Detroit should be able to take care of business here and maybe even get this run line today. I think this is the right matchup for them. Yes, Bailey Ober's in here, and he can come through once in a while with a good start, but will it be right now? They, could use something here as they're fading fast if they haven't faded already. Scooble's 11-3 with a 2.35 ERA. They're also 17-6 with Scooble on the mound. 0.86 whip, 196 batting average. You don't need to know these numbers with Scooble. But for Ober here, 4-7 record, 5.16 ERA, 3.01 BABIP coming in. So Detroit better win this one. They've lost 8 of their last 12 on the road, but they have won 4 of their last 6. Detroit's gone over in 7 of their last 9. Minnesota's gone under in 4 of their last 5, but 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two teams have gone over. It's another run line for me, you guys. Detroit better win a game like this if they're going to have any chance. I don't mean any chance. You know what I mean? These are the ones that I think you're supposed to win, even on the road, even as a $2 favorite. Look, I take plenty of plus 1.5s on late juice, right? I mean, the no-nos, but I'm taking the run line here and laying it again with Scooble. I've got a lot. How many is that now? 3 run lines for me? Here we go. Maybe it's a blue for Nerpy. The Braves are a 2-inning team. Kind of like me, lovable. NYC Bar, Tigers run line, Cash Kane, Tigers, Mets, Diamondbacks, all on the run line today. That's me right there. Pretty well. Let me throw in the Tigers. Tigers, Mets. What one did I take also? Oh, the Phillies. Gosh, I'm on all of these. In fact, I'm going to be on Arizona. You better believe it. I'm laying another run line. This got to be the worst card. Detroit on the run line. Twins money line here. Laker boy can bring us back down to reality here. Jimmy says Tigers run line in Arizona over 12 runs. Scooble over 10 Ks for Kane. Scooble over in the Ks props for Lovable as well. And under for Zoe here. I think Lovable saying Minnesota only has one good offensive game a week right now. And Robert says Scooble under 18.5 outs today. And maybe also, if they do get out to that lead, he could get taken out or he could get hit. But I think Robert's just saying here, maybe with me, I'm going to take Detroit on the run line, another one. And I'm leading right into another run line here to end the show today with the Diamondbacks on the road against the Rockies. I just keep going against the Rockies. Look, I like to certainly get cute with some of the ugliest dogs, even if I have to take them on the run line, but not here. No, not interested. Although I will say this, the price is down at least. At least a nickel here or so at $1.75, and the total is at 12 over 15. I'm even seeing 12.5 under here at this point. I'll just call it 12 over 20. That might be right in the middle at least. Oh, I don't even have the pictures. Well, because I don't think we had it straight. Let me see here. It's Eduardo. I think it's Eduardo here going up against Blaylock. There we go. All right, I guess the show's just about over. Let's see what you have. I've already said what I have again here. Man, I'm going to lay all these run lines in a parlay today and just take my chances and see if we can hit a bomb here or something. All right, here we go. For Arizona here, Eduardo, just a 5.68 ERA, 1.6 whip, 306. Batting average against Blaylock's got a 7.89 ERA. These two pitchers are combined 18-9 to the over. You don't see that very often with going over the pitcher over-under marks. Blaylock is 1-3 with a 1.7 whip, 340 BABIP coming in. Some rugged numbers for sure for both these guys. Man, the widely reported steam came on the over, and why not? I might just take the under out of spite, but probably will go over, I'm sure, tonight in this one. Let's see what you guys got here. To end the night here, Arizona's won 6 of their last 7 games against Colorado. Colorado's dropped 8 of their last 10. Arizona's won 5 of their last 6 all of a sudden, including 4 of their last 5 on the road. Arizona's gone over in 4 of their last 5, and Colorado's gone over in 9 of their last 12, including 6 straight at home. So for all those, hey, we're going under in Colorado again, maybe we're actually going back to the over here. Arizona right now, 5.5 games back, but they're on a little bit of a good run here. They really, if they're going to do anything, have to go right now. Here it seems like middle of August at this point. Let's see what you guys have, man, and the show is just about over. Probably try to get out a pick here in tennis, though, I think I have the play we're going with. Here we go. NYC Bar is on Arizona money line. Cash Cane over Mad Runs. I think it might be this game. That's going to be Mad Runs. Cash Cane says they might get hit. Hey, everyone, like this video, like Nuke Worker. Subscribe to our channel, Sports Money, here on YouTube, the fastest growing sports betting channel on YouTube. Lovable Plays going under there. I think a little bit of a plus money play. Bobby Mack likes the over in this one. NYC Bar cannot go with that over. And Terrell says, I'm going to just do a 17 parlay. Justin's got the over in this one. 9 Legacy says Arizona on the run line. And Nuke said how the Pirates do yesterday. Pirates yesterday got beat up. beat up. I think they got beat up 12-5 by the Brewers. Here's Gorky's got Grasheva. Got agree with Gorky there on Grasheva. Gorky also on Shelton here. What a roll he's on. We'll say this: Shelton in the daytime. That's when I look to go against Shelton a little bit. He got through yesterday though. All right, but I think it's a night match tonight with Shelton. But was watching the interview with him later, just kind of complaining about the time of the match, 4:35. I mean, I'm going to call that a night match for the most part. Okay, even though we're in summer here. Laker boy says Cal Raleigh out. The lineup's out, and Cal Raleigh taking the day off. That's got to be big news here right now, and that line is down to $1.20 here at this point. And Krejcova here for Gorky today against Paolini. Cash Cane's on the Orioles here. Gorky's giving us some great plays, so maybe I'll move to one of my other tennis plays here because he's mentioned one of the same matches that I'm on here. So, all right, Jimmy here says Pirates gave it all they had. All right. And Brian says, I'm not going to do something crazy. The Rockies and Blaylock here. Oh, you got to take the Rockies here. You know what, Brian, you got to look for some of these dogs today, right? I know I'm just firing on these money lines a little bit. All right. And NYC bar. I took the Blue Jays NYC bar. I think the chat. I'll let you know right now. The chat was a consensus play on the Cubs, and I went against them. I mean, I went against the chat. I'm on all these money lines. I'm having Tanner Bybee regret. So might be my last day here. Okay, let's see. Cash Kane says both pitchers get lit up, and then the Rockies will maybe be able to win this one because it'll just be. I think that's the one thing you can always say about Colorado, right? When the game does have the high scoring volatility, maybe there's a better chance for a dog. Usually it's Colorado at this point, right? All right. Gorky had Kalinskaya yesterday. Jay's money line for Brian there. And Gorky wasn't happy with Madison yesterday. What was up with Madison Keys yesterday, huh? Brian's got under in that first game now, if that news is correct. I'm sure it is. I just hadn't seen it yet. I haven't even seen the lineups yet, but I'm doing the show, and you guys got a handle on it. That sounds all right by me. Not totally out of the question. Cal Raleigh take a day off here. Even though, should be I don't want to say a no days off. You got a slugger like Cal, and obviously, I think it's fair to say Cal had the post All-Star, post home run derby power slump, right? Took him a while here to kind of get a few of the bombs going. Thank you to AOD here today. Gorky's got Tampa Bay on the run line. He's also got the Padres. He's ready to go. I think he's going. I think he might be going with either talking yesterday. Yeah, he's going yesterday. Okay, he's going with yesterday's results. Yeah, I thought he was going with the Padres tomorrow. Run line against the Dodgers. Why not? Let's do it. All right. Zoe says, okay, making me feel better because I'm on a lot of favorite action here. All right, I guess that's it for the show. You got let me go to the CFL today. The Red Blacks are taking on the Blue Bombers here today, and well, Blue Bombers are favored in this one by 5. We can break it down. Maybe we can even find a touchdown scorer today because of the because of the small schedule here today with Ottawa going up here against Winnipeg. Winnipeg right now has even that record up here right now at 4-4. You got Colares here going. They're off of that loss to Calgary. I say even their record. We know it was their win over Toronto that gave them that 4-3. But still, after that 3-0 start, to be sitting here right now at 4-4 and some struggles here for sure. But Colares eventually got into that game and
System play.
214 yards, but I think he's going to be in there here up against Drew Brown. Drew Brown's been solid, man. He just lit up that game last week against Toronto. Really a terrific game. I mean, I know he's had some good games, but 373 yards and 5 touchdowns in that 46-42 win last week. Drew Brown, tremendous game. Now, Keelan White, I think he's questionable for this game. And, Ottawa, you don't want to run. You can't run the ball really against Winnipeg. I mean, that feels like, even with stand back, it feels like that's Winnipeg's strength. But Oliveira can run the ball for Winnipeg for sure. Oliveira should have a pretty strong day. In fact, if I had to take, I know Oliveira can probably get, have a pretty good game here for sure. And I just like the way Ottawa was doing it with these specialists here. I kind of want to take them, man. They look so good with Brown in there. And also, you got some hot offensive players right now. Eugene Lewis lit it up last time with 2 touchdowns in the game against Toronto. Also, Justin Hardy had that huge game, 2 touchdowns, 107 yards, and also Addison was strong in that game as well with 7 receptions on 9 targets. Now, I know it'll still be hard to duplicate, but you know what? It's a pretty good matchup. I mean, look, as good as Winnipeg is against the run, they've kind of struggled in some other areas defensively. So I'm going with Ottawa here, plus 5 points is my selection here on the Morning Steam show. We know Ottawa's had their share of struggles this season, but look, I don't mind right now the way Brown is playing and having won 2 games in a row after beating Calgary the week prior, 31-11. I'm going to go with Ottawa here today. Let's see what you guys have in this one. Cash Kane's on the Dodgers tomorrow. Oh, Cash Kane, why you ruin the show at the end? Thank you, brother. Hey, Gorky's going to take the Padres, baby. These Padres are hot. Yeah, we'll see Brian a little later on. Make sure you're catching us on the Tony's Picks Happy Hour at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 Pacific. Gorky's taking the Bombers, so he's going with the Bombers. He's going with the Elks this week. He's going with the Riders. He's going with the Lions. Thank you, Gorky. Appreciate your CFL preview there. And Laker Boy says, why do you get a point for missing a field goal? Yeah, you get the single. You get the single out there. Nuke is on Ottawa with me. And, Gorky's parlaying him up there a little bit. And good to see Nunya here. He's going to head out to California. That sounds great. All right, Ken Mizrahi here. He's got the Bombers to win, but maybe Utah to cover there. And Keith, Just Truth, nice to see you. And SF Niner here says been getting beat in the bottom of the 8th inning. That's worse than the 9th inning sometimes, isn't it? All right, we'll refresh the chat over here and we'll make the drawing, and I guess the show's over here. Thank you for joining me here on the Morning Steam Show. And let me take a look at who the top posters are right now. According to the algorithm, SF Niners coming on strong. He's got 3 dogs in tennis. He's got the Mets, the Phillies, the Diamondbacks, the Tigers, and the Marlins. Kind of some of the same picks I was on in there. And Nate says the Red Sox to smash today, which would be great if the Red Sox were playing. All right. Maybe he I know he could have meant yesterday. I lost on the Red Sox. All right. That's it for the show. Hey, everyone. Man, that's it for the show, you guys. We have this great show, and I got 80 of you here in the chat watching, and no games are left. All right. You can go over to winnable.com /Ramon and pick up my best bets for today. You know what? A slow day like this, anybody who signs up will get double. You know, if you sign up for a week, I'll give you 2 weeks. Sign up for a month, I'll give you a month. We got breaking news here right now. It's a sad, sad tale for all those cookie lovers out there. Cookie Carrasco has just been released by the Braves. Maybe we should have a moment of silence. Or maybe we should order some cookies from Crumble. Have them delivered. I'm not kidding. Carrasco's been released. I just saw it come across the high-speed sports wire here. I know that doesn't surprise anybody. 10 days till college football, so make sure you get signed up. Use the promo code STEAM to save 20%. Also, take advantage of our sports money NFL preseason promotion by using the promo code NFL25. If you subscribe for 6 months, and I've got it at $59.95, $10 a month, you get 2 months for free. That means $7.50. Remember the guy used to come in here in the chat, Abel, the Dodger? He ain't showing up anymore. I'm sad about it because he was such a great poster. The West Up parlay, his great picks, but you know the Dodger fans, they're a little bit sad right now with Padres in first place. So remember though, Abel, he didn't want to buy anybody, but I'm just saying support me on the show here for $7.50 a month. I mean, am I worth 33 cents a day to you here to bring you this show? Subscribe over at winnable.com. Get 6 months for $59.95. Use the promo code NFL25 and you'll get 8 months of extra plays from me, and it'll support me here on the show. Really would appreciate that, and I'll keep coming back here, the Sports Money Network. That's what we'll do.
It's your boy, Mikey Money. I'm inviting you to join the Sports Money crew on Winnable. Get all of our premium best bet selections.
For a low monthly cost, you get the very best bets delivered instantly to your phone by text the moment they're locked in. No delays, no missed lines, just the smartest plays at the best odds.
We do the work, you get the plays sent straight to your phone right when you need them.
Don't wait, don't guess, don't miss the line. Join the winning team today and start cashing tickets with Winnable.
All right, let's see who is going to win the free subscription over there at Winnable. I'll give 1 month of my plays away, whether you like it or not. You're still going to get signed up. Use the promo code WINNER if you win the drawing here today. Let's go with the picks. Let's go with the contest here. Thanks a lot, everybody, for joining me. Here we go. Drawing time. Trevor, Nathan's, Top Geo, Robert, Nine Legacy, Brian, Fernando, Keith Just Truth, Nasty Nate, Gorky, and the winner is Cash Kane. Cash Kane can sign up over at winnable.com by using the promo code WINNER and get 1 month of plays from me delivered directly to Cash Kane's phone. How about that? So check me out over at Winnable. Subscribe over there by using that promo code STEAM. All right. That's going to do it for the show, everybody. Thank you very much. And I'll be here tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific, with more Morning Steam. Go ahead and check out this week our extra programming here on the Sports Money Network. We got VB MMA picks all lined up and ready here. And, whoops. There we go. VB MMA picks all lined up in the live tab there this week. We had a preview of this weekend's UFC card from the United Center in Chicago. It's Dricus du Plessis versus Hamzat Chimaev. And how about the news there out of the UFC late last night, or I don't know when it was. I saw it late last night, but how about the man who fought on Tuesday night in the Contender Series, who kind of took care of his opponent relatively easily. Bangasur, you know his name, right? Bangasur Susurkayev. He won that fight on Tuesday night. He's going to fight on Saturday night, and why not? Everybody wants to see this guy. How about winning your Contender Series bout, and then 4 days later you're on the main card, opening up the UFC card on Saturday night in Chicago. He took the last fight on 4 days' notice. He's taking this fight on 4 days' notice. How about that? We'll see him on Saturday night. All right. A few more comments. Nasty Nate, you won yesterday. You won the contest yesterday. Okay. Gorky here, Colin Sky to beat Iga. How about that? Yeah, I mean, come on. Iga's not going to do anything here, right? Lovable says, no socks today. No socks. I hope that's what Lovable players will say. NYC Bars ready for the football. All right, and let's see. We got the cookies. We got the cookies in the chat. Zoe says, don't give me a crumble cookie. I'd rather have a Big Mac. Lovable talking about my Padres. Justin's ready to win. Justin, you've already won. You won. You got to get signed. You won the other day. And appreciate everybody. I think I'll just get out of here, but I've really had a lot of fun. So I'm looking at the final chat here. Zoe, thank you. Brian, thank you. Robert, thank you as always. Really appreciate it, right? Zoe says, look at this, 2 fights in 1 week. You know, you got to wonder, right? In fact, the odds have just come out, I believe, at Bet Online. I'm showing it on the line service here right now. He's minus 1,000. He's minus 1,000 right now. I didn't go over to Bet Online. I'm looking here though at the line service, and they've just debuted the line here, and he opened up, or I guess he opened up 350 and was bet up to minus 1,000. That doesn't mean there's a bunch of money necessarily. It could be just a very sharp money, but again, for a guy who basically won his last fight with a kick to the stomach. So, all right. Thanks a lot, everybody. Catch you tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. Don't forget, catch Mikey Money today at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific. Get you ready for, well, I don't know what you get ready for. You get ready for 5 games and 1 CFL game. So we'll even give Mikey half a night off here, but we'll be back on Saturday as well. Don't forget, for the UFC companion stream for UFC 319 there. So make sure you're checking that out with the guys here this weekend. With me as well, and we'll be here for the show on Saturday with that fight card from the United Center in Chicago. All right, I guess that's going to do it. I was trying to see one more thing here, make sure we've got those other shows up and available. Of course, we have First Strike up, ready and available right now with the guys. So check it out. Got First Strike loaded up underneath the videos tab, so you can have plenty of previews there for the action here this weekend. Thanks a lot, everybody. For the sport, Johnny Walker, hello. For the Sports Money Network, I'm Ramon Scott. So long.
Run for cover, that's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott, running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the morning steal. What? Ramon Scott, sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the motherfucker.